Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's time for Angels Speak. I know I'm just a minute early, but I want to give everybody a chance to get in here and find it. And I'll share it out on some of the social media that we're streaming on. If you're coming in, please say hello. We are here for a message from the angels today. So I'd really love to have all of you come in that want to be here to hear this and to share it. And let's just have a blessing from them. The message was so powerful last night. So I'd love for you to experience it and share with me what you get from it. So let me just do a little share here, and please do the same. Just share it out so we can get more people hearing the messages from the angels. Okay, all right. So let's see where we are. Catherine Kovacs, hello. Stacy Lynn Gary, you found me on Facebook. I'm on TikTok also. That's usually where I see you. Michelle Landers, hello. Auntie Jean, Suzanne. Oh, look at the beautiful group we got in and on TikTok. Hello, everybody. Your names scroll so fast through here, I can hardly see who's on, but welcome to everyone that's coming in and finding it. And when you find it, please share it. And I'm going to get right to this. So every night I sit with the angels. Every night I get some inspiration about what they want to talk about. And then I ask them a question and listen to what they have to say. And the listening is the most important part. It doesn't matter what I say to them. What matters is what are they saying to us and for us to learn from. So welcome everyone that's coming in. Deirdre, thank you for being here and thank you for sharing. All right, so the message from the angels that came through last night for all of us is called, "We're all a little lost sometimes." Isn't that the truth? I feel that way many times. I am directionally challenged. So for me, this has a double meaning. I get physically lost out on my journey, our journey of life that we're on together. But I also get lost sometimes in thoughts and in direction and what's really important. So let's see what they have to say. Judgment is not the problem. It's what you do next that matters. And that is from my friend Sharon Ria. Today, I had a pretty deep spiritual conversation with my dear friend and fellow seeker, Sharon Ria, and we did it out loud for anyone who wanted to hear it and contribute to the discussion. It was not the first time that I sat with Sharon to go to that place where we try to gain more understanding about spiritual matters and help each other evolve out loud. We all need to do that. I think it's important to find that person or persons in your life who will not judge when you say, "Hey, I'm a little lost right now." The singer Nightbird wrote a touching song about her cancer journey where she said, "It's okay to be lost, and we're all a little lost sometimes." Living here on the earth path is not easy. We have 4 bodies, all wrapped up and intertwined with each other. We have the physical body, the mental, emotional, and the spiritual. Just trying to keep up with one of them is a challenge. But the thing is that everything affects everything else. We cannot just focus on the physical, although many try to do just that. There has to be a balance, or something is going to start screaming very loudly. We all judge, and when we are neglecting any of these aspects of ourselves and it starts yelling at us, then we go to that place of judgment. As Sharon says, judgment is not the problem. What do you do once you figure out that you are judging? At the very core of that judgment lies our beliefs, our lessons, our teachings, and our observations about life. What makes something wrong for us? And is it just wrong for us, or is it wrong for others as well? If I don't know something is wrong, is it wrong? And who determines that it is wrong? These are the things that can keep one up at night trying to get a grasp on life, for sure. Dear angels, sometimes we find ourselves going back into the cocoon state and letting everything get all mushed up and torn apart so we can allow it to come back together again, and we can emerge with perhaps a different perspective. When we are in these contemplative states, how important is it to listen and not become so frustrated that we give up? Dear ones, feeling a little or a lot lost is actually a good thing, because it means that you are seeking and not being complacent in your life journey. So often we observe and hear the questioning only to see many of you feel as though you shouldn't be asking the questions. You start to feel guilty for looking for answers, or perhaps you do not know how to phrase the question. We encourage you, dear ones, to ask, to seek, to explore deeper and wider. It is in those moments of saying that you are a little lost that you can open up to being taught. You have heard it said that when the student is ready, the master will appear. You may also remember the promise, ask and it will be given unto you, seek and you shall find. Help each other. Use the example of the philosophers from the early days who sat in deep conversation for their own clarification, but it was also to help humanity. You are providing a service by sharing of your questions and your discussions. You never know who may be listening that will take that discussion and use it to birth something new and wonderful into the world as a result. You may think that the purpose of your discussion was to help you with the topic chosen, but dear ones, you are just tapping into the surface of an immense well of knowledge, and this was just the first layer you dug into. Do not be anxious about what will be uncovered. There is much more to come. We are excited for you and what this means for so many. Be open and willing to carry on in your exploration. Oh, dear angels, thank you. I love you. Today, I promise to dig a little deeper and open my eyes and my mind to what will be excavated. Wow. I had a question from Jean Loriot, who is watching in the audience with us right now. And Jean says, you know, the angels are always telling us that we humans tend to complicate things, and we do, it's true. We try to analyze it and pick it apart and figure it out instead of just doing the accept, align, allow thing, right? But her question about it was, if they're always telling us not to complicate and to keep it simple, then why are they giving us so much that's really deep right now? And all of these conversations that they've been bringing forth, they are deep. And the deeper we go, the deeper we see there's even more yet. Even like what they said in this message, we're just tapping that top layer. There is so much underneath that to look at and to see. And so what I got after she asked that question is, each time that we uncover something, each time we peel back a layer, we're going higher in our vibration. We're going higher up in our frequency. We're able then to explain it and understand it a little bit better. And going to that higher vibration and that higher frequency, more things open up for us to understand. And if we just allow, and I think the thing they're teaching us here is patience. They're really teaching us how to step away, be the observer, and watch what happens when we uncover those layers. It's like what I used to say a lot when somebody would ask about something. I'd say, just hide and watch. And when we do that, that's just being the observer. That's just saying, let me see what happens here. Let me see what's going on. And thank you to all of you who are coming in to TikTok, MS JMIC, new areas to explore. There are always new areas to explore, always. Thank you all for the likes and for the rose. I appreciate the rose, Diane Beiersdorfer. I see you on there. Hello. And on Zoom, on Facebook and Twitter, we have Deirdre, Lynn Marie, Sharon. Hello, Sharon Ria. I quoted you today. And Michelle Lander says, yes, it is the truth. Andrea's here, Linda Lemieux, Julie Kiss. Deirdre says, I'm thinking of all those years I was so afraid to get lost, even had bad dreams about it. I see now it was a learning tool. Thank you, angels. Yes, indeed. It is a learning tool. You know, sometimes I get lost on purpose. Sometimes as my GPS, which I call the general, sometimes the general will be taking me in a direction and he'll say, turn here, do this, go there. And I'm like, you know, I'm not feeling that today, General. And so I'll just keep on going straight, or I'll make the opposite turn of what he tells me. And I get myself intentionally lost, knowing that he'll always get me back on track. But it's fun sometimes to just let yourself go, to just say, let me see what's possible. Let me see what's out there. You call your GPS naggy. Yeah, it is kind of naggy, isn't it? When it talks to us and gives us directions. Isabel, hello, Isabel Reese. And Deirdre says, AAA, thank you, Marietta. Oh, absolutely. The AAA, accept, align, allow. When we can follow that simple little journey of going into those things, then all of this deep stuff that's happening for us right now, all of the uncovering, it's going to happen with ease and grace. And yeah, there's going to be moments like what I had last week when I read a lesson last week from someone that I'm really diving deep with and learning a lot from. I was ready just to throw it in the garbage. I was ready to say, no, I can't wrap my brain around this. And it was all about this whole thing that I'm trying to get a better grasp on of what is wrong. And why do we even have wrong? You know, why do we even have that? Why are we even told that something is wrong? And when we start going down that rabbit hole and exploring, beautiful things open up and we get answers. It may not be the answer we want. It may look a little different than we have a concept that it's going to look like, but we always get the answers, always. There are some things the angels have told us that we may not understand fully while we're here on the earth plane, while we're going through this thing called life. We may not see everything that's there for us to see. But that's the beauty of living here. That's the beauty of this planet. It's all about the experiences and how open are we to allowing those experiences to affect us, to want to know more. And if we can just get to that open-mindedness and we say, okay, I don't understand it yet. And there is the key, isn't it? If we don't understand it yet, that leaves it open. It's open-ended. We're like, oh, there's more. It's just like Sharon and I, when we did a show, the 3 shows together. Oh, yes, there's more. And let's explore what that looks like. And if we're open enough, we can explore. And Diane says, God is in all things, in everyone, in everything. I stand without judgment and see God. Yeah. And when I do that, and I encourage everybody to try to release the judgment. We all judge. That's what we talked about yesterday. Everybody judges. It's a given. We're going to put something against what our experiences were. We're comparing when we're judging, and we're sometimes criticizing. And just allowing that is freeing. Allowing the knowledge that we do judge is freeing. But when we can step away from that judgment and say, okay, what am I thinking? What am I doing here? What's happening? Then we can see the bigger picture. And Deirdre says, that's a fun-ass rabbit hole, though. Yes, it is. It absolutely is fun to explore. Just remember when we were kids and we had the little bucket and the shovel, I forget what you call them, the little shovel that you can dig with in the sand and the dirt. And it was fun to explore, wasn't it? Just to dig a hole and see what was in that hole. I want to keep doing that. I want to keep exploring as long as I'm here on this planet. Jean Lorio, in my life, I've been a great starter, but a terrible finisher. I want to learn so much how to do this, how to make that. But when it starts to get a little challenging, I quit. So what I need is the patience to keep going until I understand and then go deeper. Help from the angels is always with us, always. They are just waiting for us to raise our hand, right? They're just standing by, sometimes I think twiddling their thumbs and going, they'll get it eventually, or they'll ask us for help, one or the other. So they're always there. And Deirdre says, we're all Alices in our own wonderland. Epic. We certainly are. Michelle Landers, I believe we are here to learn and live and share joy. We've heard it before. Life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you for that reminder, Michelle. It is a journey. And how are we going to live that journey? How do we choose to show up every day? We have choices, right? We make it a prison or a playground. We make it a place where we can live with all the restrictions and all the do nots. Or we can say, oh, let me just explore this. Let me just look at what's there for me to have fun with. Maybe I can go slide down the slide today. Maybe I'll swing on the swing set. Maybe I will shake things up a little bit and put a message out that nobody understands and say, what was that all about? Whatever it is, however you choose to live your life and to show up for you each day, do it in love. The angels gave us that message a few days ago. Whatever you do everything in love. Love is really all there is. And when we can figure that part out, then all the fear falls away, all of the anxiety, all of the judgment, the criticism, the hatred, the wanting to rebel and step outside and not follow our life path. We all are on a journey. We all have a path. And when we really explore what that's all about, life becomes so much brighter and so much more loving and easy to make it through this part of it. And I'm so happy that you all are part of my journey. Thank you. Thank you for coming on today. Every day I come in at this time and deliver the message that the angels give us. And then if you have something to add to it, then thank you all for the interactions today. If you have something to add, if you have questions, if there's something that you would like to know from the angels, if you have a question you want me to just sit with them and and put it forth and ask the question and see what happens for all of us, what that answer might be, what it might look like, I am happy to do that. I'm happy to explore whatever needs to be explored. This is a journey that they told me was going to happen this year, that every day they were going to give a message. Every day there's going to be something for us to chomp into and wrap our brains around. And I'm just thrilled that it gets deeper and deeper as we get further into the year. So let's just keep digging. What do you say? Let's keep digging. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And whatever you do, do it with love. I love you all so much. I will see you back here tomorrow. Same place, same time. And who knows what that message or that discussion will look like at that point. But I'm excited. I want to show up every day just to see what the discussion is. So thank you all for being here. I love you dearly. And namaste, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.